Good morning, children. Welcome to social science classes. Okay. In the last class, we have learned about history, lesson 3, rural life and society. In this lesson, we have studied about the 3 land revenue policies passed by the British government in India. Okay, what are the 3 policies? Are the revenue policies? Okay, revenue settlement. Okay, that is the first one, permanent settlement. Settlement means land revenue. Permanent settlement, Raithwari system and Mahalwari system, isn't it? Here that permanent settlement was introduced by Lord Cornwallis. Then Raithwari system was introduced by Thomas Munro. Then another one, that Mahalwari system was introduced by Lord William Bentinck, isn't it? That much we have learned, isn't it? In totally, these 3 land policies are affected to the cultivators or the farmers. It is the benefited only the Samindas and the village headmen, isn't it? But it was affected to the farmers. All the policies followed by the British government affect the cultivators. Okay, that only I told you. The life of the cultivators was miserable. Miserable means very horrible, pitiable condition. That famines became more frequent in the places, okay, in the state, among the village people or the farmers. Okay, so this policy led to a number of revolts took place against the British rule in India during the 19th and 20th century. Okay, so that revolt meanings rebellion. Okay, revolt meanings rebellions. Okay, we want to learn about that rebellions one by one. So today we are going to learn about this revolt, peasants revolt. These revolts are totally called peasants revolt. Peasants meanings farmers or cultivators revolt. Here that farmers or the cultivators only revolted against the British government. Today we are going to learn about 4 revolt, that the Sandal Rebellion, Indigo Revolt, Babna Revolt and Deccan Riots. Riots were also farmers revolt only. Okay, so one thing I want to tell at present. Okay, at present the peasants meanings the farmers are the farmers. Peasants are the farmers of various states in India. The farmers from various states joined together and they are revolting against the 3 agricultural laws passed by the central government, which affect the cultivators, isn't it? Which affect the farmers. That our central government passed 3 agricultural laws. It affect the farmers. So our farmers are the peasants. At present they are fighting against the laws in the central government at New Delhi, isn't it? Here they are participating, the farmers from various states. Okay, like that only during the British period also, when the policy followed by the British affected the cultivators. So our Indian cultivators are the peasants, farmers, 3 are same only. They revolted against the British government. First one, the Sandal Rebellion. Sandal means name of a place, that it is near the hill of that Raj Mahal in Bihar. That only I written here. Okay, the Sandal Rebellion. Sandal is the name of the place. It is in Bihar state. The revolt took place in the year 1855 to 1856. Okay, this revolt was led by 2 Sandal brothers. Their name was Sidhu and Kangu. They go Sidhu and Kangu, both are the brothers. They are belong to the Sandals. Okay, you know that in India, Sandals the name of the place, but Sandals meaning the people, those who are living in that places. We know India, Indians. Okay, like that only the Sandal is the name of the place, but Sandals meaning the people. Okay, they revolted against the British government. For that they attacked the houses of the European planters. The houses of the European planters, then British officers, railway engineers, zamindars and money lenders. Okay, the zamindars became luxurious, isn't it? So the zamindars, then the land, the money lenders and the railway engineers that belong to the British government. Okay, so the European planters meaning the land provided to the farmers. They are the planters. Okay, they won't cultivate it, they are provide the land to the cultivators. The European planters, the British officers, that East India Company, some officers also tend to cultivate the crops. That means they won't cultivate it, they provide the land to the farmers. Okay, so the people from that Bihar state under the leadership of Sindhu and Gangu, they revolted against the British government. What they did? They attacked the houses of the zamindars, European planters, then British officers, railway engineers, zamindars and money lenders. Okay, their houses. So the rebel leaders were captured. Those who are the rebellions, leaders of the revolt, that is two brothers. Okay, that is Sindhu and Gangu. They were captured and the movement was put down with the heavy hand. With the heavy hand meanings the British. They only crushed the revolt. Okay, the government declared the Farganas as the Sandal Farganas, but the government declared the Sandal Farganas. Okay, so that their land could be safeguarded. Sandal Fargana means it belonged to the Sandal people, so that land was protected or safeguarded. But that rebellion was crushed down, put down by the heavy hand. That means the British government. That much only about the Sandal rebellion. Okay, next Indigo revolt. It took place in Bengal the year 1859 to 60. 1859 to 60. Okay, that revolt was led by the Digambar Vishwas and Vishnu Charan Vishwas. Digambar Vishwas and Vishnu Charan Vishwas under the leadership of these two of them only that place. Indigo revolt took place. Okay, that all of you know about what is indigo. Indigo is the name of a plant, isn't it? That one plant, from the plant they prepared one color. It is used for the dyeing for the cloth. Okay, so this is the indigo demand. The European countries, we know the Europeans came to India for trade. Okay, so that the indigo was the great demand in the European market. The European market, the indigo was very great demand. Okay, it is the indigo is the name of a color. It was prepared from a indigo plant. Okay, so that what they means with used for dyeing purpose. So the demand of the indigo was great in the European countries. Okay, so what they mean in the English East India Company offices, some of the British East India Company offices also encouraging the cultivation of the indigo to meet the demand of the European market, and many commercial agencies and officials of the company, commercial agencies and the British East India Company offices. Okay, that officials of the company turned into indigo planters. They also started to plant the indigos. Okay, they compelled the tenant. What is the meaning of tenant? Tenant means a person. Tenant meaning a person who occupied the land rented from a landlord. One landlord, from the landlord they are got the land as rent. Okay, so they are called the tenants. So the Europeans, okay, that the European, the British offices and the British agencies, they were compelled the Indian cultivators to cultivate indigo. Okay, but then what they did means they compelled the tenant farmers to cultivate or to grow indigo and forced to sell in cheap rate. what price that they asked, they want to pay that crops to the offices. Okay, so the Bengal indigo cultivators revolted against the British government. They want to cultivate the indigo, but they want to sell to the offices as cheap price. What price they ask, they want to sell that indigo. So that farmers or the cultivators of the indigo, they revolted against the British government. Okay, this revolt was led by those who, they say, Digambar Biswas and Vishnu Charam Biswas, that two of them only led this revolt. Okay, so here that the another one man, his name was Dinabandhu Mitra. Dinabandhu Mitra, he wrote a drama. That Dinabandhu Mitra was a writer. He wrote a drama called Darban. What was the name of the drama written by Dinabandhu Mitra? Darban. What was Dharma? Darban was a name of the drama. This drama was written by Dinabandhu Mitra. He wrote one drama with a view to draw the attention of the people and the government towards the misery of the indigo cultivated, to show the misery of the indigo cultivators to the government as well as of the people also. Okay, that misery means unhappiness. Misery meaning unhappiness, worry, everything. Okay, so they revolted against this revolt took place in Bengal. Okay, that's Indigo revolt took place in Bengal. Okay, that much only about that Indigo revolt. Okay, next we want to learn about that what Babna revolt. That Babna revolt took place in Bengal. This also Babna revolt also took place in Bengal. Okay, so here that it's originated in Yusufshagi, that is name of the one Pargana. Yusufshagi Pargana of Pabna in Bengal. Pabna, one name of the place in Pabna, that is in Bengal. So Bengal, that place, that village name is Yusufshagi. That village name is Yusufshagi. In there, that Pabna place, there were in Bengal. That which revolt, that Pabna revolt. Upon the place name, they called the revolt, Pabna revolt. It was led by Kasab Chandra Roy. It was led by this Pabna revolt was led by Kasab Chandra Roy. What was the name of the leader? Kasab Chandra Roy. The Samindars collected money from the peasants, isn't it? How? Against the law by illegal. The Samindars collected money from the peasants by illegal. Illegal meanings against the law. Already I told, we studied the revenue policies. In that time the Samindars government rate was fixed. So the Samindars pay the fixed tax to the British government, but the tax collect from the cultivators was not fixed. So the Samindars, they collected too much more tax from the cultivators. That only that illegal way they are collecting the tax from the that. So what they did means, large crowd of peasants or large crowd of farmers gathered together, okay, and marched through the villages. They marched through the villages. There was a very little violence. Okay, what there were only a few cases of looting of the houses of the Samindars. They are looting, broken the houses of the Samindars. A few attacks on the police stations. You know that police stations means that is under the control of the British government. That only they attacked the Samindars' house and police stations. So, in the course of the movement, when the revolt was going that time, the riots developed a strong awareness of the law and the legal rights. They show their awareness and the legal rights to the government by marching a large crowd of the people through the villages. That revolt was called as Pabna revolt. Okay, Pabna is the name of the place in Bengal. Okay, it was led by Keshav Chandra Rai. Don't forget the names. The Sandal rebellion was led by Sindhu and Gangu. They are the Pradesh. But that Indigo revolt was led by the Digambar Vishwas and Vishnu Saram Vishwas. But this Bapna revolt was led by Keshav Chandra Rai. Okay, next that is Deccan riots, the Deccan revolt. Okay, in 1875, the peasants revolted in the districts of Pune. This revolt took place in Pune. That event was been collected called as the Deccan riots or Deccan revolt. That means the revolted in the districts of Pune. Okay, so the peasants revolted against the oppression of the local moneylenders. What is the meaning of oppression? Treat unjustly, legally, illegally, not legal, illegally they are doing, isn't it? So they are treated unjustly. Okay, that oppressions of the local moneylenders. Already I told you the moneylenders, from the moneylenders they got the money and they gave their land to the moneylenders. So the land now became the owner of the moneylenders only. Okay, they are collecting the money for interest also, the illegally they are oppressed the cultivators. Okay, so what they it is spread to over 33 villages. Which revolt spread to over 33 villages? The Deccan riots. It was controlled by the army. Which army? That British army. Already the British army was very strong, isn't it? So the revolt was controlled by the British army. However, it resulted in passing the Deccan Agricultural Relief Act. So the government passed one act that was called as the Deccan Agriculturalist Act. What was the name of the act? Very important. Deccan Agricultural Relief Act, which removed some of the most serious grievances of the peasants. Okay, that you feel very sorry. Okay, they take complaints that it make little good for the peasants. Relief means help or removal of pain. Relief, it remove little pain. Already the miserable condition is in it. So it remove the little pain of the masses. Which law? That Agricultural Relief Act. It was passed by the British government. Okay, so these are the revolted today we studied. Then we will continue in the next class other some more revolted. So here that already that three land revenue policies passed by the British government. So it affected the cultivators. So they revolted against the British government. That revolt was called peasants revolt. Peasants meanings that farmers. Okay. So first the Sandal revolt. This was the first rebellion took place in those period. Second Indigo revolt. Then Bapna revolt. Then Deccan riots. Deccan revolt. Okay. They have this riots meanings farmers. Okay. The Deccan farmers revolt. Okay. That will they are giving riots. Okay. This here that important days you can learn well. Next class we will continue the other revolt. Okay. So here that Sandal, Sindhu, Gangu. Okay. Then here Indigo, Digambar Vishwas and Vishnu Saram Vishwas. Then Bapna revolt, Keshav Chandra Rai. Then another Deccan revolt that Pune. They have spread to nearly 33 villages that people gathered together and they revolted against the British government. Now you can read these names and here it is very important. The next class we will learn more revolt. Okay, that time you will confuse so thorough these names. Okay, thank you.